deleting your social media and just being by yourself in this age of connectivity can actually seem like a really, really scary thing to do. And I did that. Like for 60 days, I was off social media. In these 60 days, I learned so much things that I thought I should share with you guys. So if you see my dog in the background, please ignore her. She's just being a little puppy. Hi guys, my name is Nifty and I am a mindset and manifestation coach. So for the last 60 days, I have not been on Instagram, and Instagram was my primary platform. And when I say primary, I was on Instagram all the time. Like I would literally put all of my life on Instagram. Like if you followed me on Instagram, you knew where I was, what I was doing, what I was up to, who I was seeing, what I was eating, where I was going, what I was wearing. Literally everything about my life I would put on Instagram. And I have been doing this for quite a while now. Like I started using Instagram in 2016 and I have been an active user of Instagram since 2016, and I've been consistently posting on my stories, putting out posts and making reels, doing all kinds of stuff on Instagram for the past almost 8 years. And suddenly, sometime 2 months ago, I was actually going through something in my life, like my mental health and stuff, and I just had this nudge that, you know what, I should delete Instagram. And that's exactly what I did. Because I am an intuitive soul, I listen to my intuition and I just opened my app. I just put up a story saying that, oh, I'll be gone off Instagram for a while, and I deleted my app. If you're somebody who's thinking about getting off social media and looking at the benefits, the pros and cons of using social media and not being on it, then this video is for you. Lesson number 1, people who matter will still matter. So for me, this was actually a big thing about realizing who my real friends are and who are just the people who are more like friends, you know, like acquaintances, people I know, people who are on my Instagram, who like to watch my stories and comment. I was actually listening to a podcast by Jay Shetty yesterday, and in that he mentioned that unless you've actually spent more than 200 hours with one person, you cannot count them as your friend, you know, like your close friend. Like unless you spend 200 hours is a lot of time. Getting off of Instagram showed me who my real friends were. Like when I went off Instagram, I literally put up a post saying that I'll be gone. I didn't give any explanation. I didn't say when I'll be coming back, nothing. And I just went off. I don't know how many people saw this or noticed this, but it started maybe like 2 weeks after I went offline that people started reaching out to me. Like the people who really cared and who really mattered in my life started to reach out to me, and they were concerned. They reached out. They wanted to know how I was doing, what was happening, what's going on. And that is when you know who your real friends are. Please ignore my puppy. She's just being a puppy in the background. So if you're thinking of getting off Instagram and you're afraid of the FOMO, that is the fear of missing out of anything, trust me, the people who really matter, the people who are important, who value you and your friendship will still make time for you. They will still check in. They will still ask you how you're doing, and they will make sure to be a part of your life. And these are the people you truly want, right? You want to be friends. You want to hang out with people who actually value you for who you are and what you bring to the table, not just what you post on social media. Some of my friends would call me every week to check up on me and see how I was doing, because that's what real friends do.
No, Nala, stop doing that.
And some of my friends, like my really close friends, you know those friends that you send your reels to every day? Those friends actually started sharing the reel from Instagram, and they would send it to me on WhatsApp so I would watch it. Now that is some real friendship. Like that is how you know that these people think about you even when you are not physically present in front of their eyes through a story or a post. So this is going to be a great time for you to realize who your real friends are and who your friends are. Lesson number 2, the attention span issue is real. Guys, I'm not even kidding. We do not realize how attention deficient we are becoming by using these social media apps, because First up, we have our notifications on, and it's like anytime anybody likes something or shares something or tags you in something or sends you something, you get a notification. We have just gotten so used to checking our phone like every few minutes to see if there's something new happening. And this dopamine high that we get by just posting something on Instagram and getting a few likes and all this is causing a lot of attention deficiency. And I did not even realize how much I was actually struggling with it till I got off Instagram. There would be times when I would just sit and stare at my phone and there would be no notifications, and I would still check my phone every 5 minutes even though I did not have any notifications, because that was how addicted I was to my phone. Like literally, I would be eating food and I would still check my phone to see if I have any notification. I would be with my friends and still check my phone. I would be watching a movie in a theater and I would still check my phone to see if I had any notifications. And this is big, guys. Like, attention deficiency is when you are not able to go deep into whatever you're doing, because from time to time you have this need to get out of what you're doing and check something else really quickly. And we think this is multitasking, but actually this is a lack of going deep into something. Because if you're in a moment and if you're really enjoying what you're doing, you do not have the need to get off of that and check something else. It's like if you're with your partner and you're having a good time, would you check your phone every 5 minutes to see if something has come up? But if you're actually so deep into it and you're enjoying it a lot, there is no reason for you to check your phone. And the only reason we do it is, number one, the attention deficiency, and number two, we have gotten so used to the attention deficiency. Like I said, even after I deleted Instagram and I had no notifications on my phone, I would still check my phone every 5 minutes because I was so used to doing that. Like, my body remembers it. It's kind of like an addiction. It's kind of like when you're used to smoking, just the act of smoking is what triggers the smoking. In the same way, just the act of looking at my phone all the time was what I was addicted to. But once I stopped my Instagram, I recognized this habit. And once I recognized the habit, it was easy to break it. Lesson number 3, more peace and satisfaction. We have no idea how much we are affected by social media and looking at others' personal lives. Like 50 years ago, our parents and our grandparents did not have social media, so they were happy and content doing what it is that they do. They did not care about what the Auntie Rachel is doing on a Friday afternoon, so they were happy with what they were doing. And if they were not happy, try and understand what they could do to make themselves happy, and they would go do it. But because we live in a social media age where you are constantly bombarded with information about what every single person out there is doing, this is causing a lot of stress and a lot of unease. When you're seeing someone doing something on the internet, let's say somebody you know is going on a vacation, and suddenly you're sitting here in your home, in your PJs, maybe you had a great day, but you're sitting here and now you're looking at their story and you suddenly start comparing yourself to that other person. You start thinking to yourself,
oh, this person is on vacation. They're having a good time. I wish I was on vacation.
And then you start comparing and you start feeling bad for yourself because you're not on vacation. And now this comparison is causing you mental health issues. What I realized by going offline was that I was so much more at peace because, well, I was just living my life and I did not know what anyone else was doing out there. So as long as I was having a good day, that's all that mattered. If somebody else is in Paris, or if they're getting a Louis Vuitton bag, or if they're getting married, I did not care because I did not know. And also, we have to remember that people only post their best side on social media. Nobody wants to talk about their problems and what a shitty day they had or how somebody spilled coffee on them on the social media. They're only going to put up the best part of their life on social media. And being away from social media gave me time to focus on the things that were important to me. Because I was not looking at everyone else's life, it gave me time to sit and think about, what are the things that are important to me? What are the things that I want to accomplish? What are my goals that I value? And this gave me a lot of clarity about the things which I wanted to do in my life, rather than getting influenced by somebody else and their social media post. Number 4, keep it private. Nobody cares. This was probably one of the biggest lessons for me because, like I said, I was somebody who would post on social media every day, everything that was happening in my life. And what I realized by going offline was that, you know what? Nobody actually cares what you're doing. Nobody cares what restaurant you've been to. Nobody cares who you're dating. Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares. Of course, people like to look at it and they like to judge you and talk about it. And of course, we like to brag and show off about what a wonderful life we are living. But end of the day, nobody cares, okay? Put that in your head. If you're somebody who doesn't even post on social media, this is your sign. Nobody cares. So just go ahead and post it. Because end of the day, everybody is just thinking about themselves and their problems. Nobody cares about you or the embarrassing thing you did. You are the only person who thinks about all the things that you did wrong and all the things that's wrong in your life and all the things you've been posting. Like, think about it. If you're somebody who actively uses social media like I was, you probably know that you are the person who watches your stories most. Or maybe that's just me. But you know that you are the one who is most invested in your own account and nobody else. So if you're doing this, if you're putting out on social media for a personal reason, it's a place where you just put out memories so you can remember, or you're doing it as a way to make an income. Like, if social media is something you're using to monetize yourself, then that's great. Other than that, just remember that nobody cares. Sheha, oh no, my hair, no. I think, okay, I need to take my dog out. Keep it private, guys. Like, this is something that I learned too, that because nobody cares, you don't have to put everything out there on social media. Sometimes keeping the important things in your life to yourself is really good. And also, you're protecting your energy. When you're literally putting everything out there, you are giving out your energy for people to tap into. And it's both in a physical realm and also in an energy realm, right? Like, if you're posting something where you're really happy about yourself and your partner or whatever, and somebody out there comments and says something which is kind of off-putting, well, it's gonna put you in a bad mood for no reason. Well, this amazing moment that you had with somebody and you posted it on social media, and because some XYZ person commented on it, now you're taking offense to that and now you're feeling bad about it. Well, you did not have to do that in the first place, because you could have just kept it private, right? So that is another thing to think about. Like, of course it's great to post on social media, but know how much you want to post on social media, because when you're putting yourself out there, you are literally opening yourself up to criticism. You are opening yourself up to being judged by others. So sometimes it's really good to just keep some things private, because it gives you more sanity and peace. Number 5, no distractions and more time. So one of the main reasons why I decided to delete Instagram was because I was looking for ways to become more productive, and I was just looking at, okay, what can I delete from my life to make more time for myself? And that is when I thought that, okay, I should delete Instagram because it definitely takes up quite a bit of time. So I took off Instagram, and once I took off that distraction, I suddenly had a lot of time in my hands. Like, I'm not even kidding, guys. Like, we don't understand how much time we spend on these social media apps. Like, on average, people spend like from 2 to 4 hours on their phone just browsing through social media in a day. And when you don't have the social media app anymore, guess what? You have 2 to 4 hours of extra time in your day. And what I noticed was that when I had this little bit of extra time, I was able to use this time on things that really were important to me. It kind of helped me get all my priorities right. Like, now, because I had all this extra time, I was giving more time to myself, more time for self-care, and I was also using this time to go out and spend more time in the nature. I was using this time to work out, to keep myself fit. So overall, I was using this time very productively. The 4 hours that I would have spent on social media, I was actually using it to develop myself and make myself better in so many ways. Number 6, better sleep and less phone. I don't know if you have noticed this, but most of us today, the first thing we do when we wake up in the morning is check our phones to see what notification we have. We usually do not even go to sleep on time because we are busy scrolling on our phones, seeing what is happening on our social media before we go to sleep. Not having social media really helps with this. So when I was not on social media, I noticed that I was going to bed on time, like every day. Like I had a set routine, and the phone was not the last thing I looked at before I went to sleep, because guess what? I didn't have anything to look at on my phone because I was not on social media. So that's why before I went to bed every night, I was reading books, I was getting creative, I was listening to podcasts or doing some meditations or visualization exercises before I went to bed, and that really helps you. And even when I'm starting my day, when I'm not starting the day by looking at my phone, I actually have a more clearer mind. I feel like I'm in a better state of mind. So yeah, if you are on social media and if you're still watching this and if you do not plan on getting off social media, this is still something you can really incorporate into your life. That is not look at your phone when you wake up or before you go to bed. And last but not the least, number 7 is a new perspective on technology and life. I know we live in a world where we think that everything is governed by technology. We have to be up to date about everything that's happening, and you need to know what your friend is doing, what they're eating for breakfast, or what is going on in everybody's life. But being away from social media for 60 days showed me that this is not really important, and it's okay. Like, you can still survive and thrive by not knowing what everyone else around you is doing, okay? And it also completely shifted my perspective on life in general. Like, it made me realize a lot of things that I was passionate about. Like, we give so much importance to social media and what we're posting, what other people say about us, how other people perceive us. And this is not important, because end of the day, this is your life. Giving the power to somebody else to judge you and your life and what you're doing and how you're doing it, the more you're giving your power away. So it helped me take back a lot of the power. It helped me stop giving a shit about what other people thought about me or how they perceived me, and just live my life the way I wanted it to, doing things that make me happy and not sharing it with anybody else, because end of the day, I was happy and I didn't have to show or tell somebody else that I was happy and I was doing fine. And like I said, the people who did matter, the people who were important, they still checked up on me, they still kept their friendships going, and things were fine. 60 days, no social media, I survived, and it was great. Honestly, will I go back on social media? Yes, I have been planning on getting back on Instagram soon, but I now know that I don't have to be as invested and giving so much damn about anything in general or anyone, and just being myself. And the reason I did social media previously was because I enjoyed the experience of it. I enjoyed posting my life and just keeping a record of what was happening in my life. But somewhere along the way, it became more about self-validation and trying to please others and put up this perspective of what my life was like. And being off social media helped me realize that I don't need to do that. Like, I can just live my life, and I only need to post things that I want to post, and I'm still okay. And even though somebody else out there could be vacationing and having a perfect life and living the best life ever, I may not need that, because my life is happy and happening right now, right here, even if I do not post about it on social media. And that was everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something from this video. If you were looking for inspiration to quit social media for a bit, this is it. Go do it. The transformation that I saw in my life before and after is insane. Like, when I quit social media, I was doing really bad mental health wise, financially, relationship wise, and in so many spheres. Like, everything just seemed so fucked up. But after, like, right now, I feel like I've been in such a better place, and I'm not gonna lie, like, deleting social media helped me manifest this life that I have right now, which I'm so grateful for. Like, I have a good job, I'm making good money, I'm living my life, I'm going out, I'm dating, literally having the time of my life. I even have a puppy, if you haven't noticed already. And yeah, sometimes a little shift is what you need to make quantum leaps in your life, and maybe social media, deleting it from your life, could be that leap. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and comment. Let me know what resonated with you guys, and what are your plans with social media. Are you gonna keep continuing using it, or are you gonna completely quit? Whatever it is, it's your life, it's your decision. Do what makes you happy. And if you are somebody who is struggling with your mental health, if you're trying to manifest things for yourself, but you see that you're not able to keep yourself in that high vibe, and you're not able to manifest the life that that you want, then you can check out my MRM Academy, which is my manifestation academy, where I give you a routine that you can follow to keep yourself on a high vibe throughout the day to help you manifest your desires. And the best part is I'm giving it out for free for a 14-day trial, so you can try it out and see if this is something you need right now in your life to get you to where you want to be. And with that, I'm gonna leave you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love having you here, and subscribe because I come up with a new video every week. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.